and I have my layout share for the month of February for you guys. It was a pretty quiet month for me, so I don't have too much to show you, but I thought I would go ahead and just lump everything in. So this is lots of stuff using my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, but other stuff too. So let's just jump in and get started. This was done for a Wild Whisper design team project, and it's using the Where to Next collection, which is their newest travel collection. I absolutely love this collection. I've used it quite a bit now. I love the colors. I love all the little ephemera pieces. There's lots of stamp shaped pieces, tags, the words. I use some flair. There is a process video for this one, so you can check that out. This was my everyday inspiration layout for this month. Our inspiration picture came from Dolly. It was a picture of like NyQuil and chicken soup and all the things you need for having the cold or a cold or flu. And as you might be able to hear from my voice, I have had bronchitis and a head cold for way too long now. So I definitely related to that picture quite a bit, but I decided to take my inspiration and instead of doing physical illness, just doing more of the self-care and taking time to feel better about yourself and stuff, and just some stuff that I've been working out when it comes to self-care. And yeah, I got super sappy on that video. So it is there. You can go and check that one out. This was using my kit, so you can see there's lots of Hello Love stuff here, the papers, lots of fun sequins from KaezMum scraps, and a couple other little bits and pieces. So go and check out that layout video, or process video. Ooh, this is a heavy layout. There's, oh yeah, hidden journaling in there. This is a layout that I put together for the Off the Board series. So that's a series that a whole bunch of us do together with Crystal from Pineapple Papers, and we take our inspiration from Pinterest. So getting into our Pinterest boards, looking through all of those pins that we've been hoarding for years and years, and finding some inspiration to create the things that we've been pinning. So I had a bunch of pins that were those Zen doodles. Do you remember doing that kind of stuff? This particular pin didn't come specifically from the Zen Doodles lady. I couldn't find the actual creator of the pin that I had, but it was just this really fun doodle with lots of little stringy garlands with hearts and stuff, and I thought that would be perfect for my kit. And I scrapped a picture of my family on Father's Day, so again, breaking out of that Valentine's theme and scrapping other pictures, but using the Valentine's kit. So I love this one. I hand stitched and I added sequins, and I doodled with a Sharpie, and I doodled with my Micron, and I drew some hearts, and I glued hearts down all over. So I think this one turned out so cool and different, and I loved it. There is a process for that too, so you can see how it all comes together. This layout was done for the Leap Day Leap into Multi-Photo Layouts YouTube hop that Sarah and Christina put together, and it's using the Where to Next collection. You can see right here, Where to Next collection from Wild Whisper. Like I said, I loved this collection. I had so much fun using it, so I definitely put a big dent in it. I would almost say that this collection ended up being my mini kit collection for the month. So I did some mixed media, and I stamped using their license plate stamp from the road trip collection, and just used a lot of the ephemera, another flare, and this is kind of a companion page. I'm going to pull that other one out. So this is a companion page to this layout that I did for the design team. So it's the same paper background pattern, different colors, and I used a lot of the same elements. So the same colors of mixed media kind of watercolor smushing. I have 3 strips here. This is the branding strip that is part of the paper. This is the back side from the top here where I cut it off to keep that 12 by 12. And then this is another branding strip from another piece of paper. I did the same thing here where I have the branding strip that is printed right on the paper. This is, yes, this is not the back. This is from another piece of paper, and then this is a separate branding strip as well. So those kind of elements are the same, and the lots of little ephemera pieces are the same. I used the same letter stickers. I used a flare in each one, and I used generally the same sequins. So they aren't a 2-page spread, they're kind of companion pages. They're probably going to end up back to back like this in my layout, which is why I didn't want to do a full 2-page spread, but I love the way that these both turned out, and there are videos for both of them, so you can go and see how they looked coming together. So this layout is for the Love of Crafting and Sharing series that happens on the 20th of every month. I scrap lifted Crystal. That was our theme for February, was to show our love to another scrapbooker by scrap lifting them. So I scrap lifted Crystal from Pineapple Papers. Her layout is in the video, so you can go and see that. But basically I had this piece of paper, and I saw a layout that she created using a piece of paper with hearts in the background and then diagonal hearts going across the page. So I thought that that was the perfect way to use up tons more hearts from my kit. I scrapbooked a picture of our home study from this past year for our current adoption that we're going through again, and I just punched out a bunch of hearts. I stamped a bunch of hearts. There's wood veneer hearts and sticker hearts and foam hearts and all the hearts just right across the page. So I love how this one turned out. It was a lot of fun just playing with all of the layers and stuff like that. So you can go and see the video to see how this one took shape. This layout was for our latest round 4 of the telephone game YouTube Hop that we do with the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. Christy always does such a fantastic job of putting that together for us, and my team this time was Artistic Arsenal, and I followed Moira, so I got to scrap lift her layout, and so she did a very monochromatic layout with these same kind of mints and blues and greens. And yeah, I had a ton of fun doing this one with all these little clusters. I haven't done clusters that were quite this busy in a long time, so it was definitely a lot of fun to do that. And a little bit of mixed media in the background. So again, there is a process video for that. This is a layout I did using my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. So I loved this piece of paper. This is from Bella Boulevard. It's called Just Add Color, I think is the collection. It's several years old, and it was just an entirely black and white collection where you could fill in the spaces. And there were all different kinds of designs, numbers, letters. That's how Luna yawns. It's so funny. Numbers, letters, flowers, different patterns. So this one is random letters and then a few little words. So I just picked out a bunch of words, and I used my watercolors to fill them in, and then added some more of these hearts and some of these words. And yeah, this was kind of just a fun one, very pink, and just scrapbooking a family photo from last winter. So my last layout is a 2-page spread that I did for the Stretch the Sketch series. Let me see if I can get that to fit. So I stretched the sketch into 2 pages and kind of made these bookshelves, and then I just put big collages of pictures of books from last year that I have read, and I used the Libris Schmeebris collection from Finders Keepers and some Feed Your Craft. I can't remember what their book collection was called, but I have the I have like cards and puffy stickers and a stamp set from them, so I used that. And there's washi tape in here and little stars from Studio Calico, and I just love how this turned out. Totally different for me because I definitely am not a multi-photo scrapbooker, but I have a few of them in this stack, so that's kind of exciting. And again, video for this one so you can see how I put it all together and you can see that original sketch. So the last thing I have here is just some of the stuff I did for my series called Flip Through and Finish It. I'm reworking how I'm going to do it because I think doing one project per month isn't going to give me enough time to actually get things completed. So I worked on this for most of January, but I still only got about 1 page worth of stuff done. So let me show you what I did, and I will leave links to that. Luna! I will leave links to that video so you can go ahead and see what I'm talking about. But essentially I had this idea to start flipping through some of my older albums and see where I'm not fully done with them and they needed some extra work, and then finishing them up and giving you another flip through, kind of as a little bit of an incentive to get them done. Okay, so as you can see, I've mostly done this 2014 one. I had a few cards here that needed to have some journaling on them, so I went ahead and did that. These didn't really need much. These pages, like a lot of these, the cards were already there. They just didn't have any journaling on them, so I went ahead and filled in quite a bit of journaling. I think this one was mostly done. Here for Halloween, this is one that had not been done. All the pictures were on their cards, but there was no decoration. So let's see, so I added, for example, this creepy and some little phrases and some little bits of ephemera. If you can see, little stickers, that kind of stuff, this little ghosty right there. I love these little banners. And then on this side, I used exactly the same grouping of things. So here's another banner. And piece of ephemera and more of those little stickers, more little words and phrases. So I finished up Halloween, and of course then the journaling. And that was it. I did this journaling right here because it was easy. I went ahead and just wrote that down, but I don't think I got any further than that. So I'm going to work on this again for March. And maybe that's what I might just have to do, is give monthly updates until I'm totally done. But I'm hoping that I can still use you guys as my accountability to get this all done. So that is it for all of the things that I have done for the month of February. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them for me down below. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I have lots of new subscribers, so I just wanted to make sure you guys know that I see that you're there and I love all the support you're giving. Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's it for me. So until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.